Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Okay, so my first question is, when did you first get excited about computer science?
Computer science, I would say back in middle school. I got really interested in reading science fiction books. And in science fiction land, computers could do amazing things. You could talk to them, they would fly spaceships, they could do anything, really. They were almost like a companion. They had human-level capabilities. And I thought, I don't think they're quite there yet, but I want to be part of what could make that happen. And that got me really excited about computer science in general, and then eventually artificial intelligence.
Awesome. So when did you first decide you wanted to work at NASA?
For NASA, I think that was a little later, more like college. I was really excited by the 1997 landing of the Pathfinder mission on Mars, where for the first time we had a little rover driving around on the planet and sending back pictures of what looked like a real place, what looked like a place any person could walk around on, like a desert. And it made it, I think, for a lot of people seem for the first time like a real place, not just something far away in the sky. And so that really got me thinking about it. And then in graduate school, I asked my advisor if there was some way I could somehow work at NASA someday. And she had a friend who knew somebody who worked at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And I talked with them and ultimately was able to set up an internship and got, for the first time, to work with some of that data coming back from Mars during a summer internship. And that really just captivated me.
So what do you think is the most rewarding aspect of your job at GPL?
Definitely getting to work with real data that is actually coming back from Mars and these other planets, just as it comes down, especially in the context of Mars rover operations. If I could have thought of a dream job, the ability to operate a rover on Mars would definitely be right up there, right?
What challenges do you generally meet going about communicating with a rover?
We have a lot of challenges. So you have to anticipate every possible problem that could come up. Is there a rough patch in the terrain? Is there enough power on the rover that it can drive the entire distance without depleting its battery? Is there any other health consideration? So you might tell it to collect 20 different images, but you can only send 10 back. Now you've just wasted a lot of effort. So you either need to plan around your available constraints, or you need some smarts on the rover so it can decide, I'll take 20, but I'll pick the best 10 to send back. And that's the area where our artificial intelligence is making its way into these robots that are on other planets to help them decide what is most interesting, given there's no humans around to tell me, and I have to make the decision myself. They do this for not only what pictures to send back, but also sometimes where to drive or how to accomplish a goal that the humans have specified. So there's all these operational constraints that require constant creativity and innovation, I think, to work around and make the system still a successful science mission.
Do you ever worry that you're just missing something with the technologies that you have?
Yeah, so that's a constant concern, especially if you train a system to look for, the example I was showing before, craters and dunes and dark slope streaks or whatever. There's always the question of what's the feature you didn't anticipate. Because if we knew in advance everything we expect to find, then we wouldn't even be going there. If we had full knowledge of the planet, what would be the point? When we're exploring a new environment, you have to be open to the unexpected. Some of the scientists I work with like to call it the dinosaur bone problem. If your rover is driving along and there's a dinosaur bone on the side and it just drives right past it because it was never told to look for a dinosaur bone, that would be ridiculous, right? You just would lose everything. So we work a lot with also novelty detection. So we'll train a system on the things we know we're interested in, but always leave it open for anything that doesn't fit the environment, stands out as unusual, or has some strange property. It's too bright, it's too big, it's too round, whatever. It doesn't fit. Anything that we can't anticipate but could indicate a new scientific discovery. And so we build that into our systems on purpose. So I'm really glad you asked about that. It's very important for any kind of scientific exploration.
Cool. So what do you recommend to kids that are interested in space or also CS to get involved?
I think it really depends on where you are in school and so on and so forth. I think a lot of people get advice to, well, make sure you study math, make sure you study science. And those things are really important, but I think they will only take you so far. It comes down to your personal passion for what you think is really exciting. So if you think dust devils are really exciting, then you are going to be motivated to go and, okay, I need to learn something about atmospheric science. I need to learn something about how dust is lifted and moved in the Mars atmosphere. And that will tell you the direction to go to gain the knowledge and skills you need for that particular kind of phenomenon. If you're interested in interstellar exploration, like to another star, that's going to lead you in different directions than if you're interested in planetary science. So I think letting yourself just be carried away by interesting stories that you hear about will guide you in that direction.
All right, thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. It's nice to talk with you.